Hello all and welcome to RoozTV. It is your host Joe Marnie. I'm very pleased to bring you round 5 of the SFR GT Challenge from SUZUKA. We are very much looking forward to this race. We are not far away from qualifying beginnings, about 7 minutes left in this practice session. We will have a look at the results from round 4 at Laguna Seca last weekend. It was quite a commanding victory in the end for Ricardo Rivera from William Roce and Bruno Fantozzi in the pro class. In the silver class, it was Gelson Cruz from Jay Davis and Devon Anthony in third. It was quite a commanding race for Albert Tranghese until he left it very, very late in the race to do his pit stop. And unfortunately for him, he has sped into pit lane, so much so that it actually disqualified him from the race. And he finished in 8th position. So he threw away a victory there. And as we move on to the championship points, we'll have a look at the pro class. We've got Ricardo Rivera on top on 74 points from Tiago Cinquetto 69 with Bruno Fantozzi in third on 65. That is taking into account a drop round. Cinquetto didn't race last round. He is here tonight. It'll be interesting to see how he goes in this one. As we move on to the silver class, and we've got Gelson Cruz on top on 69 points from Albert Tranghese, Jay Davis and Augusto Floriano in fourth. So it's only 4 points separating the top 4, 8 points separating the top 5. Taking into account the drop round, it's going to be very, very close. So it is all up for grabs, silver class. As we move on to the current round, we've got it's got to be a great race. SUZUKA always brings up plenty of great racing. And we'll have a look at the track. SUZUKA. So in Japan, 3.608 miles, 18 turns, first race in 1962. There's plenty of controversy around this circuit in recent times with the safety standards and things like tractors on the circuit during F1, during safety car periods. So there's always plenty of action on this circuit. Really, really looking forward to it. And the circuit itself, so the 18 turns. So first corner, lap 1, there's always plenty of action all the way through to Dunlop. There'll be plenty of action at Degner as well. Cars running wide through those right-handers. Especially on lap 1, there'll be plenty of action again at the hairpin as well. It'd be very, very important to get a good run off the hairpin. And then one of the best corners we race on, 130R, super fast, and there's plenty of action. As we have a look at the race details, so they're just finishing off the practice session. There's only a couple of minutes left in this one. We've got a 20-minute qualifying session, so the first 10 minutes is the silver class. The second 10 minutes will be the pro class. And then we go to a 75-minute race, 2 pit stops for fuel, and there'll be plenty of strategy involved in this one when they take this pit stop. And we'll keep a close eye on that throughout this event. So we're just waiting for the time to tick down. Just 2 minutes left in the session. Go back and have a look at the results from this previous race and how close it was further back. So Albert Tranghese, as mentioned earlier, was very unlucky. If you're looking to bounce back in this race, it's so tight at the championship. And then for the pro class, it's who can challenge Ricardo Rivera. And I can't actually see him in the list for tonight. So hopefully he's going to be there. Be very disappointing if he's not. We'll make it very, very interesting. So we'll go and have a look at some of the cars on track at the moment. So we just follow Marco Saldana in this beautifully turned out Bentley for Rockefeller Racing. Just if he can get a lap in here, we'll just follow him around for this one. He's going to cross the line before the timer gets to 0. He's pulling over anyway, so we'll leave that one. We'll be getting ready for qualifying. Let's take a short break as the drivers get ready.
Green light, go, go, go.
All right, the cars head out on track. Just watching the silver class. So head out on circuit in the first 10 minutes of this session. That's the final car. Exits pit lane. As we're just following Hots round in the Porsche. He's just on his way to Degner. Oh, got a bit too much to that curve. There is a bit of lag, so unfortunately, just exaggerated the movement of the car then. And here we have Patrick DeBow in this beautifully turned out livery on the Aston Martin. Here's Tillery, so he's be the first car to cross the line to start his qualifying lap. Been a good lap so far by Tillery, so he's just been surpassed. Have a look at who's getting purple sectors. This just comes through the chicane, so this will be the first marker. .205, that's a pretty good time. That was a great time by Tillery. So 2025, 2017 by Trangizi surpasses Tillery by 0.8 of a second. Devon Anthony, 2021. These times start dropping now. We'll have a look at Trangizi here, see where he's lost time. So purple sector, first sector for Trangizi. Anthony purple in the second sector. It was super tight in that second sector. So give you some more time in this. Trangizi's pretty even on this lap. So we'll have a look at the delta to their personal best. So Trangizi's beating his fastest time at this stage. So this is Devon Anthony we're on screen with at the moment in the McLaren. It's pretty close to his first lap time there. See if he can gain any time in that final sector. So no one's gone quicker through the middle on this particular lap. Oh, he's just grabbed the dirt. That's gonna... Oh, he might have just been able to hold that. Trangizi goes quicker again. So Eric Lloyd's gone up into second. We'll just finish this lap with Anthony. He hasn't gone any quicker. Floriano's thrown up the yellow. Not too sure what's happened to him there. Here's Gelson Cruz. He's up on his time by 4/10. So behind Trangizi, it's pretty close. Half a second in it amongst the next 5 cars. It's going to be super tight in this session. Oh, he just runs a little bit wide. Has he invalidated that lap? We'll find out in a second. I think he has. Yeah, he has. That's unfortunate. He would have gone quicker. It would have been in the 2:01.8. Trangizi's going quicker again. Davis up into second. Second car into the 2:01s. Four and a half tenths off Trangizi. So you can see where the time difference is. Trangizi didn't go quicker in that middle sector, so there's a bit of time for him in there. This is as Eric Lloyd comes in. I don't think he's not going to get another lap in, so that's it for him. Anthony will. He's going quicker. Cruz is going quicker, so he's 4/10 quicker at this stage. So we'll have a look at the relative times for the session as it's just about to come to a close. For the silver class, that's the pro class, we'll be lining up, rearing to go. Cruz is going to improve here, 4/10. This should put him up to second in silver class. He does too. So 2.5 tenths off Trangizi then. And that is it as the start of. And here come the pro drivers. We are missing Rivera tonight. Hope you are having a splendid Friday night in the Northern Hemisphere. There's just a bit of contact further back then. The Silver Cars was a bit slow to get off the circuit at the end of their session. So it's a Saturday morning here for me in the Southern Hemisphere in Australia. Very pleased to be with you on your Friday night. So 2:15 for Trangizi, leading the silver class. And we've got the pro class on their way. We're just following around Rocco here. Very nice looking livery he's got on this car. Solid performance last week. We're looking to continue that for round 5. As he comes out of the last corner. So he sets off in his first flying lap. Just follow him around on this one. See how he goes. Great corner, this one. So just watch him approaching 130R. It's very nicely done. Chiquetta goes quickest with a 2 minutes flat, 0.5. That is a great time. Just waiting for Rocco to finish this lap. See how where does that put him? That puts him 8. So it's a 2.25. So have a look at this difference between the top of Silver class and the top of Pro. It's about, so just under 0.4 in each sector. So Chiquetto in this very nice livery on the McLaren. So he's going quicker again. Saldana third. He's pitted so far. Thank you. So just halfway through this pro qualifying session, 5 minutes to go. Fantozzi goes to second. 0.6 off Chiquetto. So he's 3.5 up on his time as he heads to the chicane. It's going to go quicker. It's not quite going to get into the 1 minute. But it's going to be very close. Great time, 2 minutes, 0.2. Oh, should just catch Fantozzi going through Degner. So he's cost him that lap time. Saldana here's just come out of the pits. Rocco goes to 5th. 2.17. Well, Tranghesi's really showing us that He's got the pace to be in pro. So we just follow Ballard in the Lexus. He's 2/10 up on his time. Rocco's up a couple of tenths on his time as well. Ideal conditions for qualifying here. Sunny track, 27 degrees. It's Ballard 3/10 up on his best time. Could potentially jump a couple of positions, but Rocco is also up on his time as well. Fantozi's up. He's 9/10 of a second. Chiquetto leads over Fantozzi. It's a good time by Ballard, actually. He's half a second up here. Should go to third. And he does. So Dennis is going through Degner. So this is Rocco. He's just about to complete his lap. He's 3/10 quicker. Where does that put him? It puts him to fourth. Jesus, super tight. That's 7/1000th of a second between Ballard and Rocco there. Fantozzi's up on his time. It's going to be a good time from him. You could put him in some around a mid 2:02 flat. Let's look at the session best. As you can see, almost a second quicker at this stage. Fantozzi's going to go. He's going to go quicker here. That's a great time. 10th and a half off Chiquetto there. He's still got a chance of another lap here. Chiquetto's just looking to finish his lap off, and that's it. That's it. Done for him. These guys... Ah, they've called it. So a couple of cars it's left on circuit at the moment. Rocco's looking to finish off his lap. That's it for him, I think. That was Rocco. Stays in fourth position. So we're just waiting on one car to finish this off here. Round out the rest of this session. No, that is it. So that is the end of this qualifying session. Super tight at the top there amongst the top two, Chiquetto and Fantozzi. 10th and a half in it. And we've got Tranghese in 6th, the leader of the silver class. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with you soon for the grid. Hello, welcome back. We've just had a couple of dramas trying to get this the sound sorted. I was actually getting the in-game commentary coming through, and it was very, very off-putting hearing that totally throughout. As we have a look, the live pictures, the grid is on its formation lap. And we are very much looking forward to this race getting underway. As I mentioned before, we have 2 pit stops, 75-minute race. And there's going to be plenty of action in this one. And hello, Chris Rise in the chat. Welcome. Hope you're having a lovely Friday night. I do very much recognise your name from over at Pan Am. Thank you for being with us. It's the cars just approaching 130R. On this formation lap. Camera angle here down at turn 1. See that first complex. There's going to be plenty of action here. We'll try and cover all of it. As these cars approaching the line. Going forward with Chiquetto here. It's going to be pretty close between he and Fantozzi. This will be great to watch. Beautiful looking grid. Forward to this one. As we're just waiting for the green light. And here we go, green light, and we're off. Pretty good start by all so far. As we can see them all approaching turn 1. It's been pretty tight so far. There's one car running wide. And that's a pretty good start. It's pretty clean. There's one car that's gone off so far. A bit further back that was Jay Davis, I believe. There's contact there for Saldana. Oh, this is in the approach to Degner. It's a fair bit going back there. That's Trangitti. He's gone back a couple of positions. Eric Lloyd has had a moment. That's a big moment too. See if we can cover what's happened to him there. There's more going on as well. Just quickly follow this one. So that was... yeah, that was Davis who's had a big moment of the approach to Degner. This is in the approach. So it was only slight contact, but it was enough. Just waiting to go back to live pitches. There's a fair bit going on further at the front of the field. Well, that's more contact. Fantozzi is pitting. Sure, we'll have to have a quick look and see if there is in fact. And so there's a drive through Drive through for Fantozzi, that would have been from the start. So that gives a lot of breathing room there for Chiquettos. We're looking for a good battle between those two. A bit further back, we've got Steve Dunn and Patrick DeBow. Battle with each other. Steve Dunn runs wide there. He's going to lose another position. That's race that's going through. Trangizi's lost a couple of positions from the start. There's plenty of action going on back here. Two-second gap for Chiquetto. From Borges, Saldana, Ballard and Rocco. Look at the side-by-side view, look at some of these battles. The left-hand side, we've got the battle between Steve Dunn, Bryce. As I say that, we've got Tillery's just lost a couple of positions here. Go back and have a look at the replay of this one, what's happened to him here. Oh, big contact with the fence. Coming at the exit of Spoon. Oh, that's big damage. Eric Lloyd had a moment there as well as this. So after qualifying on the front row, this is huge. Fantozzi's had a drive-through penalty from the start and he's just made huge contact with the wall. We'll see if we can catch what's happened to it. Oh, that's a back end of that incident. I've just missed it, sorry. See much damage on this particular car. It's a nice little Ferrari, but he'll have, oh, that was a big hit. Let's go back to the live pictures. Rocco still chasing down Ballard here. Have a look at the position deltas from the start of this race. Fantozzi's down 13 places, Davis down 7, Lloyd down 7. Is someone going off in the background? No, that wasn't. A few cars have pitted early, I think because of the damage that they've had. So Borges and Saldana are both up 3 positions. Trangizi has lost 6, so he's found himself way back down the order here. Missed what has actually happened to him in amongst all those replays. Only 7 minutes into this race. There's plenty of action. This is a single driver event, 75 minutes. As Rocco has a bit of a look, he's got a sniff at getting a position here. Be willing to follow his teammate through in Saldana. Back behind these guys, there's another battle going on between that's Dunn and Rice. It's quite a train of cars there. As we're watching this, we'll try and get to this battle as well. There's plenty of action at Degner. Can Rocco get the pass done? It's covering well there, Ballard. Oh, so there's almost a bit of contact between them. we watch this battle on the left-hand side, that is the battle between Jana and Rice. Rocco's probably not quite close enough here as Race runs wide. This battle's really heating up here. Rocco's up beside him, gets the position, he's moved up into fourth. Well done, that's a great bit of racing there. Got a really good exit out of the chicane. It's not over just yet though. It looks like Ballard's going to try and stick with him. He's just got a bit of the grass. This is the other super close battle here. Just ahead of these two, we've got Debo and Anthony. They're in a battle as well. And they're just ahead of these guys. Ballard on the left there is not leaving. Rocco to get away here. Great battle here. Dan and Rice. So he's trying to go around the outside. Goes, oh, that was very, very close. Fantozzi, after those dramas early, has just got made quickest lap of the race. Steve Dunn just dropped off slightly then. He's under pressure from Floriano. Anthony leading silver class from the boat. A bit of a train of cars through here as well. It's Ballard. He's had a big moment. Try and catch. What has happened here? What? So this is at Spoon. Oh, he's just over-rotated it. Got a bit of the grass and he's continued on. He's lost 2 positions out of that. Go back to Dunn, Floriano and Reyes. So very, very close on lap time amongst these three. So it just looks as though the Porsche just struggles to get through the S's. And this Bentley and the Aston Martin close this gap up. Through Deckner they go. Back behind these two, we've got Crew, back behind these three, so we've got Cruz and Tranghese who are in a battle. Not so sure where Tranghese lost out, but he's dropped quite a few positions, as that was Cruz having a big moment. He's gathered it up. He might have done that on his own. We'll have a look. Yeah, he has done that on his own. He gathered it up though. He was very lucky then. As you can see in the live pictures, that battle's really heating up. Steve Dunn. Oh, there's cones flying everywhere. Just, fortunately, the replay was just ticking over at that moment. Go back and have a look. So this is heading into the chicane. Oh, he's just out-braked himself and there's a little bit of contact. Dunn's now under attack from Floriano. Race has got a couple of second gap. There's been plenty of action in this race. Patrick DeBow has had a moment here as well. See, I think it was. Oh yes, so he's rode wide. Does he hold on to it? Yes, he does. Very lucky. Very lucky when that happens. Could end up turning the car in the fence as Eric Lloyd is in the pits. Very long stop for him. I think that might be terminal. So just quickly go to the front of the field. We've got Chiquetto, whose previous lap was the quickest of the race, 2-minute flat 0.6. As DeBow has just got through on Reyes, so Reyes has had a big moment there somewhere because he was a couple of seconds ahead of DeBow. DeBow has caught up to Ballard very quickly as well. It's a nice long line of cars heading down the main straight. It's all pretty tight amongst this group. Very, very nice livery on this car. For DeBow, we'll have a good look at it soon enough. As he's hunting down Ballard. This is an extremely awesome looking livery. The scales, green flames and the pink eyes. Very, very well done. As he continues to hunt down Ballard. Oh, Ballard just runs wide on the entry to the chicane. It's very tight here. He's going to let him go. He has, actually. Yeah, so I just wonder if Ballard's had a bit of damage somewhere or he's just struggling a bit. He's a second and a half slower. Or more than that, actually, 1.8 seconds slower than DeBow on that previous lap. So he's managing to stick with DeBow. So 3 seconds up the road is the leader of the silver class, and that's Anthony. As we'll go to the battle for second and third here. 10 seconds away from Chiquetto. So this is Borges in the BMW and Saldana in the Bentley. Sit back and appreciate this battle for the moment. Super tight lap time between these two, that previous lap. 10 laps into this one. And this battle is really heating up. Saldana hunts down Borges. Another battle further back through the field. That on the left is Tranghese trying to make inroads on Reyes, who has lost a couple of positions throughout this. Oh, there's contact. Reyes had a moment. Heading through 130R. That was a big hit. We'll go back and have a look at the replay of this one. As Tranghese continues on. Oh, I've just missed it again. Apologies for that. While that's happening, this battle here is continuing on. A couple of positions behind these two on the right, we've got DeBow, Ballard and Dunn on a tight little battle group. As Saldana just goes around. So he's lost out there. He's lost those couple of positions. And that battle we were just watching is going to be right up behind him. Saldana's continued on. He's got DeBow just behind him, looking to make a move as he's pitted. Smart move. Get out of the traffic, get one of these pit stops out of the way. As I say that, we've got Hotz who's in the fence. In the Porsche, what's happened to him here? The live pictures of DeBow and Ballard. What's happened to him here? This is on the straight. Oh, he's just not paying attention, I think. He's just grabbed the grass and in the fence. That's a big hit. Yeah, so he's pitting now as well. As we have a look at my boy Blue. Down in 11th position. Lapping in the 203s. So Ballard's got a bit of a sniff here into both. So Ballard, 6th outright, 4th in pro class. So technically these positions don't actually matter for their own individual championships amongst the classes, even shows up in the results either. So this is purely his position on track. Trangi's been in a big bit of drama here. As he pits, we'll have to go back and have a look at what's happened here. So this is going through 130R. Oh, he's had to grab the curb and grass. He's had a big slide as he stayed out of harm's way. Oh, there's big contact. That was my boy Blue. Absolutely T-boned him. Trangizi was in a poor section of track, perpendicular to the line of traffic, and he's just been absolutely nailed. As we go back to live pictures here, we've got DeBow and Dunn. And that's a change of position there. There's a bit of lag. Apologies for that. Not sure if that's on my end or the other cars, but this is very tight between these two. Changes position amongst these guys. Back behind them is Floriano. Oh, he's alongside him in a 130R. Oh, somehow they've got through there. So the first group of pit stops have been done. We've got Rocco leading those cars that have done their first pit stop. Trangi's is still in the pits. I wonder if that's for that damage. He's still completing. My boy Blue's just exiting pit lane now, so that was a very, very long stock for him, about 40 seconds. Of damage. As I don't think Trangi's got going yet. So that's not going to do any good for his championship. Just calm down slightly now. Oh, it's a good run here by DeBow. Just backs off. He's going to run wide though. Just see Floriano in the background, that left side mirror. Some cars have got one pit stop out of the way. There is 2 pit stops in this race. Nice little battle group amongst these 3. It's all a little bit spread out after that. Cars behind these 3, sorry. Trangi's is back in pit lane. Car 88 was in a bit of a moment then as well. He's just been lapped, I'm pretty sure. Just going back through the field. So Rocco's a bit further back than what I would have thought. I think, has he had a moment somewhere along the line? So he had a pretty normal pit stop. He's got Jay Davis just ahead of him. He hasn't taken his, he has pitted for damage early on, but hasn't taken his mandatory pit stop. This is even tighter amongst these two. As we head into 130R, Bo just backs off again. It's a really good toe behind that Bentley. Aston Martin's got the legs. As back behind these two, Floriano just runs wide, or runs very deep into the chicane. It's just dropped off these guys. Close for lap times between these two. Really for the exit of here through to the chicane that DeBow gets a really good run on the Bentley. My boy Blue's just exited pit lane. Second stop has been done. Rocco just made it around Davis. See in the background, DeBow's just dropped off the Bentley slightly then. Runs wide again. As Chiquetto pits from the lead of the race. As DeBow pits. As you see, Fantozzi flashing his lights at Cruz just ahead of him. Fantozzi has had a drive-through penalty from the race start. He had a moment early on. It does look like he's got a bit of damage on that car. Just see if I can capture it here. Actually, he's okay, so he's going to look to get up the inside. He's not quite able to, so Cruz continues on. Cruz just ran a bit deep at the hairpin. Tozzi looks very racy here. Smart move by Cruz there, actually. Just lets him go. Different classes, different races, although it's track position. Fantosi had plenty of speed. As Borges pits. Chiquetto came out in 7th position. Halfway through this race as Davis, what's happened here? He's going to try and catch this. This is him. So he's pretty clean into the out of the hairpin. As yeah, he's done that all on his own. He's quickly got out of the way. Ooh. And Saldana was very lucky not to clean him up then on the way through. He pits. Borges had a moment then as well. Try and capture that here as well. Oh, sorry, he was just exiting the pit lane. As Cruz continues on. He's yet to make his pit stop. Too many battles on circuit at the moment now. As Jay Davis exits pit lane. Anthony, Dunn, Floriano, Fantosi and Cruz yet to make their pit stops. Couple of cars are pitting now. So by the predictions, we have Chiquetto leading once these first round of pit stops gets out of the way. This is the man himself, Chiquetto, in this McLaren. He's had a hell of a lot of speed. He almost lowered his own fastest lap on that previous time out. Tillery, the first driver to complete both pit stops. Have lost a couple of cars in this one. 16 on track. It says Ballard has pitted, but he hasn't completed his compulsory pit stop. It was a 12-second pit stop. Sure what's going on there. The rest of the pit stops are all around 30 seconds. Jay Davis and Reyes are still yet to complete their pit stops as well. As we continue on board with Chiquetto. That was the quickest lap of the race just then. Very nicely done 2 minutes 1.8. Maybe that wasn't it's showing up on my screen as the fastest lap of the race. It's all pretty spread out now. People are taking different pit stops throughout, different strategies. Cruise just ahead of Chiquetta. He hasn't made a pit stop yet. He's decided to go very, very late in this one. So it is fuel only for the pit stops. It's the only mandatory requirement, 2 of them. Just by the look. Might be a glitched leaderboard, that's all. Stephen Dunn has just had a moment there at the exit of turn 1. Fantozzi pits. Cruz, Dunn and Anthony yet to make their pit stop. Ballard's yet to make a pit stop as well. And there's a bit of a glitch in the leaderboard. So just to confirm, Davis has completed his pit stops. So has Reyes, Tillery and my boy Blue. Jay Davis, although it's showing 2 pit stops, he has completed his. It's been a big change in the leaderboard. So DeBoe's done his 2 pit stops. And DeBoe has got a 30-second stop-go penalty. Oh, he's in such a good position. He's been having a great race. Oh, that's going to be devastating. Just trying to work out who's actually... It's the leaderboard isn't showing up correctly then. I will just remove it for the moment. There we go. So there, that confirms the 30-second stop-go penalty for DeBoe. So that's in 11th position at this stage. Anthony, Dunn and Cruz are still yet to make their pit stops. Ballard is heading into pits now for his 2nd stop. So it's been interesting to see what the corrected order will be here. As we've got Fantossi's had a moment here. And this is that stop-go penalty, I think, for DeBoe on the left-hand side. That is Ballard. He's going through pits at the moment. Oh, she's actually hit the fence. That's a big hit. Oh, Fantozzi. Oh, that's huge contact. Just that angular section of fence. And that's just he's in the pits at the moment. So And that's the pit board. He's got kicking down pit lane at the moment. There's a couple of cars exiting pit lane there. So this is more like the corrected order at this stage. There, that order is actually completely wrong, so I will actually remove that. Now we will go back to... So Cruz leads. Chiquetto in second. There's not much in that gap then either. So I've actually should have a corrected order here now. That is it. That's the corrected order. Steve Dunn exits pit lane. DeBow has just managed to finish his pit stop and his stop-go penalty, so that's sorted. And Tozzi and Devin Anthony just exited pit lane. So Cruz is yet to make a pit stop at all. He's second and a half off the lead, and then back behind him is Dunn. It's 20 seconds further back. So Saldana in 8th is the only car to have completed both is the first car to have completed both pit stops. He's got Ballard, second and a half just behind him. And this is Hots with another moment. See if we, oh, he's, yeah, at Spoon, bit of oversteer on exit. He's just hit the left-hand side tyre wall. And he's continued on now. Let's go back to the live pitches. We're just on board with Borges at the moment, currently in 4th. It's all pretty well settled down now. There's been plenty of dramas. And that's Hots in the fence again. Oh, that was very, very close. What has happened to him here? Oh, he's just ran wide in the dirt. Sincerely, he wasn't able to hold on to it. And there he is in the fence. Cars are all pretty well spread out. Still waiting for the final couple of pit stops to be made. We haven't seen Cruz head in yet. Still 20 minutes left, and as I say that, he heads in now. So we should see where he comes out. Shouldn't need a very long pit stop. So just follow Floriano here. Cruz heads back out on track. So there's a couple of seconds between Dunn and Borges, that'll be for the final place on the podium. Apologies, though, that we second and third, so that nice little battle there. So Cruz comes out ahead of Anthony, so that's for silver class. So there's still a pit stop required amongst those drivers. Just ahead of him. This is a nice little battle between these guys. To Spoon. Anthony's got a sniff of a position here. Going to try. Can he get it? He's on the outside. They both managed to pull it up. Steve Dunn pits. Gets that out of the way. So Steve Dunn, first of the cars to get both of their pit stops sorted. They'll have a decent gap back to Saldana in 8th. Oh, this battle's really heating up between these two. He's going to look around the outside of him. It's not really the place to get it done. This is good driving by both of these guys. Well, the leader of silver class is Cruz, just runs a little bit wide. That's all right though. Oh, this is going to be... Can they pull it up? There's a little bit of contact. Play on though. As there's further contact further back. Not too sure what's happened here. Go back and see if we can have a look. So this is DeBow and Hotz heading into turn 1. Oh, there's the contact. Oh, that's on the main straight too. Lucky they both held on to that. That could have ended in tears. As DeBow continues on but runs wide. Head back to live pitches. This is a better chance. And there's contact. Oh, that's... Cruz continued on. Anthony's been turned around. We won't go back and have a look at the replay of that one, but we had a pretty good view of it. It was right up the inside of him. It's a fair bit of overlap. Let's just go further back. This is Reyes and Hotz. Fantozzi's got through on Hotz at the previous lap. As Hotz runs very, very wide. And as I say that, Hotz has got a drive-through penalty. I wonder if that's just happened there. We saw him run wide. And he's just headed into the pits. So 14 minutes left to go in this race. It's all spread out a bit now. Big position changes, bits of contact. This man just continues on. 30-second lead to Chiquetto. Rivera's not here tonight. It'll be interesting to see how the battle goes. Would have gone between those two. Just go and stay on board for a lap in the Honda. As we're on board, Fantozzi pits because he's got a drive-through penalty, and here he is, just heading his way through. It's been a night to forget for him. Started with so much promise. It's 10th and a half off pole, and that's his second drive-through penalty of the night. Rocco pits, Steve Dunn has gone through. So the last round of pit stops are beginning. Chiquetto, Borges, Floriano and Anthony get to pit. This Cruz just exits pit lane as well. Floriano's mate was able to get through on Anthony after that drama at the hairpin with Cruz. These are all just beginning to settle down a little bit now. Saldana has had a big moment. This is at 130R. Oh, that was Ballard coming through. Oh, that could have been huge. Have a look at what's happened here. See if we can capture this. Oh, he's just grabbed too much of the curb. He's kept it off the fence. Oh, that was very, very close. There's a little bit of contact there. Whew. He was very lucky then. So he's lost one position out of all of that. Just grabbed too much curb at 130R. He's coming up on the back of Hots. 8 minutes left. We've got 4 cars still yet to pit. So Anthony's making good progress on his way back at Floriano. It's under 2 seconds between the two of them. Anthony was 1.4 seconds quicker on the previous lap. And he pits, so that's his getting his final pit stop out of the way. Rocco moves up to 5th now that pit stop has been done. I've got a moment here for Tranghese. What's happened to him here? Oh, he's grabbed grass and he's had a spin. He's managed to keep it going. And that's Fantozzi that's gone round on him. Devon Anthony's just exiting pit lane, so he comes out in 10th. So go back to the live pictures. Chiquetto in pits at the moment as well. That's it, that's the last few pit stops. Borges and Floriano to go. 6 minutes in this one. So Dunner is got Tillery just ahead of him. Further back down the field. Borges in the pits as well. So we're just following Floriano here. We'll see if he heads into the pits this time round. And he does too. So Chiquetto has exited pit lane. So Steve Dunn might take interesting to see some of these gaps here. So Borges, Rocco. So Borges comes out in second place. Dunn in third and Rocco in fourth after that. So this will be the race to the end of this one. It's a bit further back. This is Saldana and Floriano. This is where this battle's come out. There's a bit of contact there as well. See if we can have a look at this bit of contact. Oh, there was big contact at turn one between those cars. Cruz isn't too far off that group either. But it looks as though Saldana's got pace to get away from them. We'll have a look at the big movers in this one. Stephen Dunn up 11 places. Borges up 3. Floriano up 9. Fantozzi and Tranghese have been the big drops in this race. Down 11 positions and 9 positions. So 4 minutes left. Where is... So it'll be 2 laps after this one. Chiquetto, Borges, Dunn is heading out of the pit lane at the moment. Rocco's a couple seconds behind. It's all a bit spread out now. We have a look at Rocco there. Yellow flag for Tranghese. He's just getting out of the way. Oh, Fantozzi. Big slide. Just about lost it. So he's in 13th. Closest group of cars on track here is Anthony and Jay Davis. It's been a very eventful race. Lost a couple of cars in all of this. Just jump on board with Chiquetto for the end of this one. There's 2 laps left. Battle here is getting pretty close as well. So Anthony's really caught up to the back of Davis. Could be looking to get this position here. Yeah, looks like he's going to get it done. Quite easily in the end. He's got plenty of speed on him. So that's actually for third position in silver class. Floriano is the leader of silver class from Cruz. Just Anthony, you saw that move just then. As final lap.
All right, man. The leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push.
Starts here with Chiquetto surrounding the first turn. It's been a dominant performance from him. He is 40 seconds up on the rest of the field. 2:01.5 on that previous lap. 3/10 off his quickest for this stint. It's all pretty well spread out throughout this race now. As Chiquetto heads to the line. Great performance from him. Well done. That was a great performance. So we just wait for the remaining cars. Like I said, it was a big, big gap. Debo crosses the line in 11th. Reyes in 12th. There we have Borges. Fantozzi there. He'd be pretty pleased for this one to be over. Saldana, go back to live pictures. Saldana has lost a couple of positions there. We're going to have to go back and watch the end of this. What's happened to him here? So that's on the... This is heading up to 130R. It's the final cars just about to cross the line. He's turned it around. All the cars have just missed him. He's got away with that one. He's very, very lucky. About to get back. And that is the final car. That is Hotz crossing the line. And as you can see, a brilliant performance there from Chiquetto, from Borges and Dunn, rounding out the top three. And then Floriano, Cruz and Anthony, the top three for the silver class. That was another very, very eventful race. And a look forward to the next one. Bathurst, one of my absolute favourite tracks. It's hard to be Australian not have Bathurst as your favourite. Thank you all for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I look forward to joining you next Friday night, next Saturday for me, and we'll do this all over again. Thank you all, and have a good week. Bye.